Melissa, what happened on Christmas?
So 2 days before Christmas, he called my job looking for me. And I literally had went to the restroom like 2 minutes, for like 2 minutes. So I come out and the new coworker tells me how he called. And so I give him a call back from the store phone. And so I give him a call and he's going crazy on me and calling me every name in the book and saying he's not gonna be home. So I get off of work, he's not home. I don't see him or hear from him for 2 days. So he blocks my number, so I have no contact with him. And then whenever I get, for Christmas Day, my daughter's waiting for him to come home. And as soon as he gets there, we're arguing on the porch. I was outside on the porch. He calls me every name again, and he runs up the ramp of our house and jumps at me and pushes the crap out of me so hard that I fly off my feet. I hit my head on the table that's there. A shoe flies off of my foot. He goes inside looking for something. I go after him, so I'm just wondering if he's gonna damage anything else. And he looks at me like he wants to like do something to me. So I call the cops. And as soon as the cops get there, they ask me what happened. And they wind up locking me up in jail because he had scratches on him, 2 scratches on him, because I didn't have anything on me. But I'm the one that called the cops. I'm the one that sat in jail for 7 hours in front of my daughter. Everything happened on Christmas Day, and I should have been with my family. I should have been with her. She didn't even get to open up her gifts until afterwards. And I'm just tired of it, Steve. I need your help. I don't know what else to do. And the accusations are so horrible. Like, I wouldn't ever do anything like that. I've never been in trouble. I'm in management at a jewelry store. I had worked 73 hours the week of Christmas. I couldn't even take a lunch break. And for him to think that I have time to leave the store to do something like that.
So here you are, a decent woman with a daughter, good job, you work hard. Why are you dating a nut?
He does this so much for me than anybody.
Yeah, he put you in jail. I mean, when you see, it's not just the jail part that concerns me, right? When you tell that story, he looked at you like he wanted to do something. See, when you're in a relationship, my wife gets mad at me and I can get mad at her. But I never look at her and she never looks at me like we want to harm each other. So isn't that like a clue right there? If you really love somebody, you never look at somebody that way, right? Doesn't that concern you? Because you're here and I'm guessing that you took a lie detector test,
yes,
right?
I did.
To prove that you've never cheated.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then what? You're going back with, what's his name? Jose?
Jose.
You hope that the relationship's going to be good. What happens next Christmas?
It's never happened before. It's just a lot of accusations. This is the
But
first
why?
time like he's
Why
ever...
the accusations? You say you never cheated. Where's it coming from? Oh, by the way, family member too, not just willy-nilly off the street.
Mm-hmm.
This is a family member, which is, you know, crazy accusations if it's not true, right?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you didn't sleep with this family member?
100% no.
Right.
No.
So why does he think that, and why does he accuse you of that?
He thinks I did it because, like, one day he says that we were making eye contact, but the person was never even there. Like, they were asleep in the restroom. They had been drinking that night, so they were asleep. And he fell asleep in the restroom.
Passed
and
out.
me and another family member were laughing about it.
Right.
And since then, he's always thought, and that was like so many years ago.
So let me, this is what I want to ask you. When somebody comes and bails you out, right, out of jail?
I bailed myself out.
You bailed yourself out. Mm-hmm. When you get out, what do you do?
Well, as soon as I got out, I went and I packed up all my stuff and I left.
Right. Okay. And that had to be terrible on Christmas Day, right?
It was. It was really hard.
When's the next time you see Jose?
Like 2 days later.
And he comes over?
No.
You go over by him?
I went over there.
And what happened?
We ended up getting back together.
But didn't you say, hey, You put me in jail for 7 hours on Christmas Day? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what did he say? I'm sorry.
The whole time when they put me in jail, he was actually laughing with one of the cops, like one of the officers. While I was standing there.
Oh my God, you are making your case to like run off the stage and never see him again. How often does he accuse you?
Like every day.
Every day?
Every day.
And he controls you?
He controls me unbelievably. Like, I don't have any friends. I don't talk to that much of my family members. All I do is work and come home every single day. I call him when time my lunch break is gonna be so he can meet me for lunch. If not, I call him and I'm on the phone with him. Like, he knows what,
And this is
I
what
take a
you
picture
want?
of my schedule, so he knows my schedule.
And this is what you want?
It's like, I love him, he does so much for me. And
What does he do for you?
Everything. He does everything around the house for me.
I mean, you work.
He treats my daughter well.
But what any man should do. He's not doing anything special, right? You're a 32-year-old woman with a 13-year-old daughter with a good job. Why would you want to be controlled by any man?
Man, you put yourself in jail. I didn't put you in jail. You put yourself in jail.
You know
I told you I wanted to go inside and grab some of my stuff and get on my way. You didn't let me. You didn't let me, right? Okay, so when you called the cops, when the cops got there, right? Who had bruises on them?
You didn't have any bruises.
I had
you had
scratches.
2 scratches.
Exactly.
Which I don't
That's
even know
enough
how you had
evidence.
even
That's enough
gotten,
evidence. You shouldn't
Jose.
have called the cops. You shouldn't have called the cops. And did I leave?
With that look in your eyes that you gave
What
me,
look?
like you were gonna hurt
What
me,
look?
Jose?
Actually,
with my
hurt you?
daughter there?
Hurt you?
Look,
Hurt
you had already
Really?
pushed me off of the
I didn't
freaking porch.
push you. I didn't
and
push
pushed
you.
me where my head flew back and hit
You
the
didn't
table,
want to let me
Jose.
inside my house. There's a rail. Steve, how you doing, Steve?
Good.
Sorry.
How you doing?
This is what happens, okay? I'm a good guy to her, you know. She can paint a picture of me. It doesn't matter, you know. I mean, we know what we're going through in our relationship. I try my best, you know, to do whatever I can. Now, the bills on
Do
the
you
rent.
work?
Yes, sir, I work.
Okay.
I work for my landlord. I take care of a lot of properties. The rent is paid for. I make money in my pocket. And
Hey,
she knows that.
whatever way.
She knows that. She knows that. And when she means I take care of her, I take care of all the way. I cook, I clean, I do her laundry, I do her daughter's laundry. I go work, I come home from work,
And those are all nice things. But we're not here for those things. She's here because she spent Christmas Day in jail.
That's her fault. She shouldn't have called the cops. She put bruises on me.
It's
She
not my
scratched
fault.
me. You put yourself in jail. I didn't put you in jail.
No,
Oh
I
my
called
God.
the cops because of the way you were
Why
with
did
me,
you? Okay,
Jose.
when there's a domestic violence, the cops said it.
Did you sign complaints?
No, sir. I told them I didn't want to press charges on them. They said, well, somebody's got to go to jail. She called, and evidently...
And at that point, wouldn't you say, well, take me?
Well, I wasn't going to. It was Christmas Day.
She with anybody else other than
But
the
this
family
is the thing, too. Before I got with her, she was with the one individual, and I was in her room while he was outside knocking on the window. You know what I'm saying? So how do I know she's not doing that yet? I mean,
He's
come
talking
on.
about like high
But
school,
at some
ninth
point,
grade.
when you get together,
Ninth
And then on the
grade.
job,
I
on the job too. the new co-worker, she didn't know nothing about her. I called. She's not here. 10 minutes later, she calls me off
10
the
minutes.
work phone. Not off the cell
Really?
phone after I called. Come on,
I
man.
was literally gone for 2 to 3 minutes
I got
in
the
the
phone
restroom.
to prove it. I got the phone
Well,
to
then prove
it. It's back there.
Because
and
somewhere.
what
there's no way
what
to
does
prove
that
that.
phone call prove?
Nothing.
Well, the thing is, why would she leave her work? Why she ain't got no business. Like she said,
you
she's
don't-
working 73
but you
hours.
don't have
Why
proof-
did she leave?
But you don't have proof that she left work.
No, her co-worker put her out there.
She just said she couldn't find her.
Exactly, because she wasn't in the store. Why? What reason is for her to leave the store?
So you expect her to go to the restroom and look
No,
for me?
no, she didn't take her in the restroom.
So even if she left the store, so what?
What do you mean? So what? This is the thing. When she leaves the store, it's with the same. My assumption, like she said, it's the family member. He's always on the phone, and he's always wanting to pick her up. He always wants to do stuff
She's
for
never
her.
picked me
and
up.
she, come on, man.
Come
Okay.
on.
So if you believe that in these 7 years that she's been sleeping with this family member, why do you stay with her?
Exactly. That's what I tell him all the time.
Well, she came here and took a lie detector test, and we asked her, since you went back to Jose approximately 7 years ago, have you had sexual physical contact with any other males? She answered no. Since you went back to Jose approximately 7 years ago, have you had sexual intercourse with any other males? She answered no. Have you ever had any sexual physical contact with the relative Jose suspects? She answered no. Have you ever had sexual intercourse with the relative Jose suspects? She answered no. The results came back the same to each and every question, and they came back that Melissa told the truth.
I told you.
knowing that you got robbed of a Christmas from your daughter, knowing that you've been living this way for 7 years,
I didn't cheat, man.
knowing everything
That's
that you
right.
told me,
Believe it.
and I'm going to believe you what you said of what happened in the previous 7 years, and knowing that you're faithful and he's going out doing his thing.
Like he says.
So it is picador time. Either you grab Jose's hand and you continue your relationship, or you say, no more, and you walk out that door.
Bye.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much for opening up more doors for me than I could ever imagine. I needed this. I needed the truth to be out. I'm glad the truth is out. I'm done being tortured. And I thank you for everything, Steve.
I called you, Steve, for help because I watch your show all the time.
Somebody's gonna watch this and say, you know what, she was brave enough to do that, I can do that too. Do you want to tell your story on the Steve Wilkos Show? Visit the link in the description to get my help.